The Magick Archer can be broken in Dragon's Dogma 2, and this is why. Perfecting your Magick Archer build is the best way to tackle a lot of Dragon's Dogma 2's scariest foes, as its skills and weapons give you the safety of archery alongside the sheer power of sorcery. The Magick Archer is, in my opinion, probably the best vocation you can pick in the game, just edging out the thief, giving you high damage output across a wide variety of sources, and all from the safety of a distant position, which means you can leave getting up close and smacked around by monsters to your pawns. A lot of this vocation's power is thanks to the Magick Archer bow's ability to lock on to specific body parts that makes targeting specific enemy weaknesses an absolute breeze. This is obviously fantastic when going up against something like a golem or a cyclops, but even against drakes and griffins you can deal unbelievable amounts of damage without having to worry about getting close or attempting to climb up onto their heads. It's honestly almost like playing the game on easy mode at times. Now it might not be for everyone. As a lover of the thief, I, like many others, crave the thrill and chaos of close quarters combat, but this vocation is powerful, making the game as easy as possible without losing any of the fun of melting a griffin's health bar in seconds. And it was this particular build that facilitated it all. Now this vocation wasn't quite on my radar heading into the game, but I quickly realised both how strong and fundamentally how fun it is to use. Here's the exact build on screen, so take a screenshot or pause the vid as always for as long as you need, and let's dive into some specifics. Unlike our best thief build, the weapon skills on offer here largely work independently from each other. Sagittaire Avalanche is maybe the strongest single ability in the game, if you manage to hit every shot, since it's capable of wiping out 1 or even 2 full boss health bars if struck on a weak spot. Arctic Bolt is another personal favourite of mine if charged properly, because it almost always sends a boss into a dizzying state, which not only gives you time and space, but also gives the potential for even more damage for your pawns to deal out in close quarters. Bolt Chain Stake is another fantastic weapon skill and is perfect for dealing with both smaller hordes of lesser enemies and big bosses alike. Unlike most other attacks, it deals consistent damage over a period of time, ticking away at a big health bar or passively taking down a group of goblins. It takes a little while to get used to, I'll admit, but it's lethal when you use it properly. And finally, Recovery Arrow really rounds off this build, giving you one of the strongest support skills in the game, especially in its upgraded form. This not only heals party members from range, but also can quickly revive any downed pawns from a safe position, and with way greater speed than trying to revive them normally. You might not use this all the time, but you'll be glad when you've got it equipped whenever the opportunity arises, and you can even use it to reach weird places, chucking your pawn to their death off high cliffs, reviving them with the arrow, and jumping into their waiting arms once they're back on their feet. It's almost like fast travel, except infinitely more dangerous. Not that these weapon skills are the be-all and end-all, there are a number of fantastic choices you could easily swap out. Ricochet Hunter is another favourite of mine, and I did tend to switch Arctic Bolt away if I found myself in a cave or any interior area. The sheer amount of chaos caused by this skill can win you any fight, just don't expect to necessarily be able to tell what's going on. Blazefang Arrow is a particularly unique skill to add to your arsenal, since it lets you directly control the flight path of your arrow to hit any weak spots with massive damage. It can also be super handy when dealing with enemy groups, since it deals splash damage alongside a direct hit, but it can be a little tricky and finicky to use, especially if you're not used to it. So those are your weapon skills. Let's talk about the actual weapons. The Blackwing Bow is undoubtedly the best weapon for the Magick Archer. You can purchase it from the weapons dealer in Vernworth at the start of any New Game Plus game, but in your first playthrough it's only going to be available in the post game, meaning you'll need to beat the game at least once to get this weapon. It deals an unbelievable amount of magic damage, which is perfect for the skills that you'll be using, but do make sure to enhance it using elven smithing methods to make things even stronger on the magic side. Alternatively, you could opt for Dragon's Breath. It's a little bit weaker, but it is cheaper as a consequence, and you can actually pick it up from the griffin that has a nest in Dragon's Breath Tower in Batal. With magic of 350, a strike strength of 100, and knockdown power of 175, it is absolutely nothing to be sniffed at, and if you're willing to fight a griffin for it, or complete the Put a Spring in Thy Step quest, you can pick it up way earlier than the endgame. So there you go, the best Magick Archer build we could come up with in Dragon's Dogma 2. Let us know what you make of the build down in the comments, and tell us your favourite builds as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more Dragon's Dogma 2 guides like this, and if you're not a fan of the Magick Archer, for some reason, there are plenty of other builds to try in Dragon's Dogma 2, like this Thief build or this Trickster build, so check those out right here.